Jesus Christ. Mister, you okay in there?
You all right? You run from me, you fucking cocksucker? Where's my fucking money?
I'll get it. My neck, Tony.
And what do you think, I'm an asshole, huh?
No.
Huh?
No, Tony.
I can't hear you.
No, please. Tony. Oh.
You got 24 hours.
Call 911, they're on their way.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
AJ, did you know that John Cabot was Italian?
Whoa. Like he knows who that is.
It's the famous discoverer of Canada.
The Bank of America. You ever heard of it? One of the biggest banks in the world. Started by an Italian.
You're in danger.
Get out of here. That's not fair.
Fair? What are you talking about fair? Who God's fair? They don't give a shit about fair.
Hey, Mr. GQ. Got a ticket. How you doing, Mike?
That the Chinese invented spaghetti.
I want to go to college. I can't get caught with shit like this.
Now think about it. Why would people who eat with sticks invent something that you need a fork to eat? And here's something else I bet you didn't know. More Italians fought for this country in World War II than any other ethnic group. And I won't tell you about Sacco Vanzetti either.
The Jew Antichrist. I got the electric chair in Massachusetts. Anarchist. What am I supposed to do?
Leave town today. Right now. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get some guys here to stay with you until you get on a plane.
I can't just do that, lamb it. I have a life, I have patience.
I didn't hear what you said, Paul. So I'm gonna talk fast. The guy you're looking for is an ex-commando. He killed 16 Chechen rebels single-handed.
Get the fuck out of here.
What'd you say?
What?
Surprised to see me?
Heard they took you for a little ride to the Meadowlands.
Oh, yeah?
Heard you had a little DM out there.
So you got my cut?
They came and took it.
Who?
Junior Sopranos boys. They said you was out in this day corner now.
You let them do that?
How do I get you well second on the Smith & Wesson?
You didn't beat me?
Word on the street. You out of commission. Sorry, man. Business. Chris, you know there's no one I'd rather give my 10 points to than you.
It's all right. It's not your fault.
Glad that you say that, man. Ah, you sneaky motherfucker! Ah!
I don't care if they shove a Scud missile up your ass.
This is my corner. You pay anyone but me, I'm coming back for your thumb.
And that didn't happen, what you said.
I'll kill you!
What's up, everybody? This is your boy Venom, back to give you another video. And today we are going to be talking about something near and dear to me, something I just recently finished in its entirety, something I like to call the Sopranos Saga. Now this review is going to be kind of like a two-parter in a sense, but really the reason why I'm doing this all together is because it's all one big story, and it should be reviewed together, even though the first part we're doing is the TV show, and in itself, holy shit. And then of course we got the movie, which is actually a prequel to that TV show. Now first up.
What do you hear? What do you say?
You look down my ass. Look at this guy. You look like you're in Miami.
Hey, you look like you were in Miami. Good to be home, Skip.
The Sopranos. Where can I start? 6 seasons. The 6th season is broken into 2 parts. So really it's more like 7 seasons. But all in all, doesn't matter how long. I wish it went on longer. The more I watched, the more I wanted. And my God, the twists and turns and the ups and downs and lefts and rights of this show is beyond imagination.
You should talk. That skank I saw you with, this girl's fucking mustache, it must have been like kissing a fireman.
Well, you ought to know, sweetie.
Oh. What'd you say?
Nothing, what? We're just breaking balls.
Finn, what time's that game tonight? 8 o'clock, I think.
I'm gonna take a piss. Do me a favor, huh? Hold this.
I know that was coming.
If you're a fan of, say, The Walking Dead, or Dexter, or Game of Thrones, things that really get you knee deep into it, you know, Breaking Bad, there's another good example. This show is like that, and all these great TV shows that are out there nowadays, you know, the Sopranos laid the groundwork. Originally came out many years ago. I mean, I remember when I was a child, well, maybe not a child, I was like 13, 14 years old. And I remember my parents watching it when it first started to come out. We had, a cable box, where you had to actually flip the damn box on top of the TV. And you want to watch special movies, you actually have to call the cable provider. It ain't nothing like it is today. And no apps, none of that crap. So, I think about them days, my parents used to watch it, and I was always curious about it. And finally, I have been able to watch it in its entirety. And, it's about a mob family, and really it centers around the main guy, Tony Sopranos, the mob boss. And everything that goes on around him, the massive cast of characters and all the different personalities and everything that goes with everything that you think a mob boss would have to deal with. And, it kind of puts him as like the villain of the whole show, but you tend to, adapt and like him and want to, root for Tony. But at times he shows how much of a piece of shit he really is.
You got a reputation for immaturity, and it's not going to be improved by not paying the tributes the acting boss demands of you.
But then he redeems himself, and that kind of happens with a lot of the characters as well. But I just want to name off a few of these characters. I had to actually write them down because there's so many, and there's so many to choose from. But there are some very legit ones to point out. For instance, like Tony's family, because a lot of the episodes revolve around his actual family, his kids and his wife, his kids Meadow and AJ, and you get to see them from a very young age when the show starts. They're just babies. Well, maybe not babies, but they're young. And as the show progresses, you see them grow up, and you kind of feel like you're growing up with them. Even though I kind of watched the show within like a few months' time, it gave me that feeling like I was, I watched them kids grow up, and it's kind of cool. Same actors and everything. They never switched actors or actresses. Of course, you got Carmela, Tony's wife, and she's always a mainstay of the show. She's always got some kind of important role going on and trying to keep Tony straight while Tony's going out and being a jackass. And she's at home keeping the family together. Of course, you got Chrissy. And Chrissy is a big, storyline-wise, connecting at least with the movie. He's kind of important. And he's kind of Tony's, right-hand man in my personal opinion. Other people don't agree with me on that. But he's always by Tony's side. He always does everything for Tony. And I believe they're cousins. No, they're not cousins. I don't know. It was a little confusing on that part. They call each other cousins, but I think they're like, I don't know. There's something else. But regardless, Chrissy, you got Uncle June, which I guess according to what I'm getting from the story is that he's the actual boss, but they're trying to protect the actual boss. So Tony is the public boss, while Uncle June is running things behind the scenes. And there's a lot of episodes revolving around Junior. And he has a big role in the movie as well when he was younger. We'll get to that later. You got Janice, Tony's sister, Big Puss, which is one of Tony's best friends, Carmine, Phil, Silvio, Paulie. Actually, Paulie's my favorite character in the whole show. Just everything he is, everything, the look, the actions, everything about him is fucking great. That guy nailed that character so well. And of course, you got Dr. Melfi. Now, throughout the show, Tony and Dr. Melfi have a lot of scenes together because Tony's seeing a therapist about his blackouts, other things going on in his head, and you know the mob family. They kind of frown upon that, but he still goes. And the show, there's a big, large arc to do with them too, and in ways it kind of resolves itself in the end. But you got to see it for yourself. It's really fascinating. Kind of digs deep. Other than the characters, what can I say? The violence. If you're into that kind of thing, there's some good moments. Trust me. I don't want to spoil nothing for anyone. I don't even want to give any examples, but just use your imagination. You know, if you've heard anything about the mafia or the mob, you know, you can kind of imagine the kind of things that happen in this show, and they do. Some pretty brutal things at times, but there is one thing I did want to talk about that was a little negative to me about it. The only thing that really just bugged me a little. There were certain moments throughout the show that they're building up certain storylines, and then these storylines end up not resolving themselves. They just leave them open-ended. And it happened several times throughout my entire watch of this show. And sometimes it was just little things that were, you know, kind of meaningless to maybe other people. Maybe it had some kind of metaphor to it. But in the end, you know, after it's been done quite a few times throughout the show, it started getting a little annoying. Like, come on, just resolve this. Like, I want to know what the hell's going on. I mean, there was a few moments in the show that it was justified. Paulie and Chrissy out in the middle of nowhere in the winter. I'm not going to say anything else. If anybody's seen the show, y'all know what I'm talking about. One of the best episodes. So, right now, I'm going to put up a picture for you guys and just show you the listing of some of the characters and who they are played by. I'll have a little photo of each person and so on and so forth. So, here you go. Check it out. Bada bing, bada boom. Picture in the room. Yeah, but, you know, other than that, you know, everything else, it turned out really good. I mean, it was just like, every episode, I felt like I was watching a short movie. Every episode was good, in my opinion. They always told something really fascinating, showed you things that maybe you didn't want to see, but it also made you feel things that you maybe didn't know existed in you. You know, there was moments throughout the show that really touched me. Really deep. You know, I'm not going to say, like I said, I'm not giving anything away to anyone because you got to experience it for yourself. And if you do watch this show, you'll know what I'm talking about when you get to these kind of parts. If you have a soul and you have feeling, you will feel. And it definitely made me feel a lot of the time. You know, it made me look at myself or look at the things in my life. And it'll make you feel things like that. It'll make you feel angry. It'll make you feel happy or, you know, excited or sad, etc., etc. It gives you the feeling, and I love that about the show. And I've seen a lot of shows in my life, and some, you know, they give you a little bit, you know, here and there, but they don't always give you that, I can't wait to feel something next. You know, it was kind of phenomenal. And I give them all the credit in the world for doing that. The way they put that show together, awesome. A freaking plus. Now, normally, I would say I would recommend this to anybody. Anybody go out and watch it, and I would say that. But I will give a little bit of a warning. If you don't like violence, you're not gonna like this show. But if you can look, even if you don't like violence and you can look past that kind of shit for something deeper, then give it a shot. Because there is a lot of meaning behind a lot of things that happen in that show. Some of it is not as obvious as other things, but it really makes you think about a lot of things. It's not just mindless killing. You know, that's not what I'm trying to put out there, but there are moments that will kind of like, oh, well, fuck, man, I don't want to see that, you know. But I would definitely tell anybody to at least give it a chance. And you never know, you might get hooked. And that's kind of what happened to me. You know, throughout my life, I always wanted to sit down and watch the series in its entirety, but I never got a chance to. And now I have HBO Max, so, and the whole thing was on there. Thank the gods for that. So, you know, but like I said, I'd recommend it to anyone. If you can't handle violence, you're probably not going to like it. If you can't handle a lot of cussing, you're definitely not going to like it. But I would say try it. It's an amazing show. It'll give you a good time. And if you're ever bored and you just need something different to check out, give it a shot. I highly, highly recommend it to anybody.
What's the problem?
What the hell's the matter?
Oh, please, go on. He can't hurt you. You don't have to be afraid. I understand. Yes. I feel your anger.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
Charles Pagano.
How the fuck do you know that?
Now is the time to talk about the prequel to The Sopranos. This was actually what inspired me to get through the TV show. Because I wanted to see the movie. Because when I seen the trailer, I was so blown away. I was like, you know, I've seen bits and pieces of The Sopranos, but I've never seen it completely, you know. And I saw the actor's son playing as him, you know, Tony Soprano, and then the actual actor, James, I can't even pronounce his last name, Gandolfini or something like that. His actual son is playing him in the prequel, which blows my fucking mind. And that alone was enough to get my attention. And not only did he act like him, he talked like him, he looked like him. It's like, you know, you can't get any better than that. So that I made a goal. Before that movie dropped on HBO Max, I was going to get through the TV show, and I did. And I have to say that I fucking love this movie. Great characters. It was filmed so well. It really puts you in that time period, and it's set many years before the TV show, back when Tony was just a little kid. I don't know, a teenager, I think. We'll say that. But they have let me point this out. When you watch the trailers and leading up to this movie, they made you think that this movie was about Tony and Tony's teenage life, which there are moments in this movie where it is about Tony.
When I was a kid, guys like me were brought up to follow codes.
Hey, jerk off.
And, you know, what's leading Tony to end up becoming the biggest mob boss. But the letdown is it's not about Tony, really. It's about Chrissy's dad. Chrissy from the TV show, which is Tony's cousin. I don't know. I get confused on this shit. There's too many cousins and nephews and uncles and aunts and whatever. So, Dickie Maltasante, the dad of Chrissy, which in this movie Chrissy's a baby. It's about him, Dickie and Junior from the TV show, and there's a lot of characters that are in this that I don't want to give away, because if you've watched the show and you haven't seen the movie, I don't want to spoil nothing for you. But let's just say there's a lot of reoccurring characters that show up in this show that are younger, a lot younger, some that will surprise the hell out of you. And the actors, I gotta really say this, guys. The actors that were in this film deserve an award for how well they portrayed the younger versions of other characters. For instance, Silvio, or Polly, or my favorite, Livia, Tony's mother. Now, in the TV show, Tony's mom had a certain way she talked, a certain way she acted. She was over dramatic and all this other shit. She was very unique, and the actress that played her did a very unique job with that character. Now, the new actress that's playing the younger version of that mother in this movie is so spot on. It was kind of freaky to me. She had it down to a T. Fight me and tell me I'm wrong. I was so shocked. You know, you got the Tony Soprano, the actor's son playing him, and he had that spot on. There was other characters, just everything was spot on. I was kind of shocked how good it actually was. Like, they must have put a lot of thought into, you know, getting this right. And they did. They really did. But the biggest problem is that it's a fucking movie. This film should have been a TV show. Without spoiling anything for anyone, they leave it in a sense like you feel like it could just keep going, like the TV show did. And it didn't seem fair. Like, yeah, we got the movie and everything, and it was fucking cool. You know, it had its little low marks here and there, but really, all in all, I fucking loved it. But I felt like it was either way too short, or it needed to be a TV show. Honestly, a TV show would have been a lot better. They should have done that. And maybe a TV show will come from this. I don't know. That I've been seeing some things on the internet about it, and fingers crossed, because they did a fucking awesome job. But god damn it, why did they turn it into a movie? Like, the whole time I'm watching it, I kept thinking that. Like, fuck, dude, this is gonna be over in like 45 minutes. You know, here I watched the whole TV show, The Sopranos, was fucking hundreds of hours of watching. And then the sequel, or prequel, and it's like less than 2 hours. It's like, oh man, you know, I fucking love the movie. Everybody, like I said, did a great job. And I wouldn't recommend this to anyone that hasn't seen the TV show. Mainly because if you watch it by itself, it just, I mean, it's a good movie. But in essence, you're not going to get the full potential of what you're seeing if you don't know what the hell went on beforehand. And, you know, I would not recommend that to anybody. Watch the TV show first. It seems like a hell of a fucking chore because it's a lot of episodes to get through, but take your time. Watch each one. Get through all of it. Then come around and get Many Saints in New York and freaking watch that bitch. You will appreciate it so much better. And I know I did. And do it that way, guys. And this is where I'm going to end it. There ain't much more I can say about what has been provided. I mean, many people have said so many different things about this show, about the ending, which I'm not going to spoil. But, you know, all you have to do is look on the internet and you'll figure it out really fast how this show ends. But there is so much potential. There's so much more room for just more things, and I can't wait to see what happens next, because I know that the series is not over. This is just the beginning, especially after dropping that movie, even though some people hated on it, but in the end, it's going to fucking turn out or it's going to pump out something even better. Like I said, fingers crossed for a TV show. Come on, guys, you know you want to. And if you haven't seen any of this, go watch it. Go watch it, and then come back and tell me what you think of it. So, with that said in mind, give me a like, give me a subscribe, give me some feedback. Tell me what you think, tell me what you know, comment down below. Have you seen The Sopranos? Have you seen Many Saints of Newark? And if you haven't, go watch it. Like I said, and then come talk to me and tell me what you think of it, guys, because I had the greatest fucking ride ever watching this shit. I fucking loved it, and I wish it didn't end. And it breaks my heart for James. The guy that played as Tony, you know, he passed away after the show ended. And it's so freaking sad because you know that he's never going to be back. But his legacy is there, so at least there's that. But still, bittersweet. Anyways, guys, feel love, feel the flow, and until next time, I will see you again. And you better have my damn money, because if you don't, I'll be back tomorrow to break your freaking legs. Peace!
Put Vito on the phone, asshole.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
What are you, sucking his dick? Put him on.
I bet I kick your ass, you fuck.
Yeah, that's right. Telephone tough guy. Put Vito on the phone.
Look, there ain't no Vito, man. I found the phone on the side of the road.
What?
Hang on a second.
Where'd you find the phone? Hello? Hello? Motherfucker.
If you got some kind of sexual proclivity with that teacher or whatever, now's the time to tell us. I mean, what went on up there? Poppers and weird sex.
No.
All right?
My leg's broken, the bone's coming through.
Fucking loan, you prick! Where's my fucking money?
Please, don't embarrass yourself any further. Just leave.
I'm not embarrassed. You embarrassed? Listen to me, you weirdo fuck. You give Slow-Mo whatever the fuck he wants, and you forget this 50% shit. You got nothing coming to you. Nothing. You understand me? Nothing. Fuck you.
Fuck. Say fuck you, Paulie.
Huh? That's how they say nothing. Fuck that. This is how I say nothing. How's that for nothing?